1984. Look at the sky. Go back inside. Cocaine makes its way to Wisconsin. The TV's thick with burial, hilarious with seed, and while the moon, my mind, and the real world stay home, I will walk, walk, walk unkilled around a New Year's clumsy gallows. Anything's impossible. I'm not you. Here's to music to be in the movies too. Vacation. A brawl of water. The sea is not radiant. One window, light kissing at its slits. A brawl of water is all I ever wanted. I will always never see this again. Rural mall with flag at half-mast. I suppose I could set the scene for this a little bit. I used to commute between, I lived in Iowa City, Iowa, or I lived in Des Moines, well, whatever. I used to commute between Iowa City and Des Moines, Iowa, and there was in between the two, there's a big outlet mall, and they have at this outlet mall, they had like the biggest American flag I had ever seen. Like I remember growing up, there was a Perkins restaurant near my house, and they always kind of held the record for the biggest American flag, but I think this rural mall had them beat by many square feet. And so I was there was one of the anniversaries of September 11th, I can't remember which one, and they had the mall flag was at half-mast, so that's kind of what this is about. I wrote it while driving, actually, which I don't recommend. Or I do recommend, just not officially. Rural mall with flag at half-mast. Helpful, a barn in the fall, a mall parking lot. What I can see all day, a system limping through its grass, a spinning animal. And that the question concerning the problem is part of the problem, and that now it's just the job against my hand. I could change this into history and forget it, but for the love of a God, you do not move. I like the way I'm still not dead here, the way I buy my way to environment. Soft as blood begins your corridor of things, and what to my wondering eyes should appear, should stand perishable there. Hard flowers, 1 hour, my film. Iowa City. Compelled to pretend I get all elderly, as in beer was a quarter and everyone would dance. That boy is cutting buttons from his jacket, sad miracle. That girl, that one there, is collapsing a bird. Graveyard, 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 groceries. I'm the only one on this bus. This one might hit home for some of you. It's called To My Student Loans. A stanza, a room, a room, a room. Suddenly unemployed, I wonder how much per sway is the wind worth today in these trees. I know and will know that there is only ever money. Birds are money. Trees are money. There are only ever breaks in its remaining. Google. Book is 2007. Google is not new news at that point, I guess. Google. All the fish look shitty on their ice today. The fruit like a dull pile of metal. A dead bag commutes between the street and the trees. The sky goes every way. I never find you. Shift change, the old pink, Buffalo, New York. This is just written for a friend of mine, Tracy, who was a bartender at this bar in Buffalo where I used to live, called the Old Pink. I'll have whatever shadows you say I've been having for the last blank elixir of your unborn afternoon. Or human jam, my body of parts back, thanks. That and your nourishing shove. Bar fight. These two are the clock of you, beaten, let be, by one hand, the other, the hand after next, and with the shifting indifference of a harbor. Life story. Plants push, the ground bounces, the sun comes up, a sweet nerve, scrapes of radio, small songs of dying or of not, just touch the beach. I don't know what I like. What I'm doing is stalling. What I'm doing is staring at good red meat like it's a mirror, like it's something I might already only believe. Poem with hands and tools. My nailed hand goes noticed, sure to bleed to winter's floor. This equipment, isn't it for me? Isn't it all mine? Also, missing hers a blister, a loud pain, quietly made. The loud pain makes her my necessary stranger. Never mind, I felt the need to mention it. A good saw slips calmly into wood. Conversely, me, a wind-up device that slurs its words.